Okay, I'm going to show you how to create a profile. Hopefully it'll all work. You need an email and a name. Click Create Profile under Profile on the left side. I'm going to add a profile for this person is going to be a participant, but they're the same, a provider, but it's the same whether it's a participant or a provider. So the only fields you need to enter are first name, last name, and sex. And it'll sometimes prompt you if there's somebody with a close name. So in this case, I'm adding Pat. I know Pat is with the Mid-Peninsula branch. I'm going to click that, and I know she is a branch coordinator. She may be part of the branch Tech Trek committee, but I'm going to go ahead and list her as a coordinator. And what this affects is if you want to do reports or send emails to just certain people. I'm going to add her to a registration, and notice that I'm clicking provider and past. If we were in the current year, you'd see things under upcoming and current, but right now, no available groups because we haven't added them in yet. So the past would be all of the any of the registrations that we've had in the past. There's 20 groups to select from. And I believe you went to Sonoma Camp 2, so I'm going to go ahead and put Sonoma Camp 2 in as your registration. And note, it is in the past, so they will be able to see records from the past. The next thing I do after adding that registration is I go to users, and I add them as a user. I must input their email address that I copied from another document. So I have that email address to put in there. At this point in time, what I need to do is assign her permissions. And so that's under Power Tools, Manage Permissions. And the role that I'm going to give her permissions for is the branch coordinator. You need to make sure that you're in this default list, that this says providers, or that your registration type is providers. When you do this, you won't see anything. So I'm going to go ahead and input her name again to find her. There's Pat. She shows up over here. I say grant. Next, I go to send message. And I'm going to go ahead and send her a standard welcome message, intro to CampDoc. And in the middle part, I'm going to say, hi, Pat. And scroll all the way down. You don't have to look through. The message prints there, and say send. Notice that box is checked. Notice this only says one selected. And you say send, and it gets sent to that one profile. I think it takes a minute or two to send because it should show up in the notifications, but the only thing that shows up right away is the invitation. And you can see in here where she was invited to join as a provider. And that's everything that you need to do at this point in time.